So this is a lecture number 5. We will see the how the difference equation will going to be formed and IIR filter we will going to design. Discrete time filter is any discrete time system that modifies a certain frequencies. Frequency selective filters pass only certain frequencies. The difference equation of IR filters are given as y of n is equal to minus summation of ak y of n minus k, k is 1 to n, plus summation of bk x of n minus k from k equal to 1 to m. Cx it is a input and y is a y of n minus k, which is related with the output terms. And so by taking the z transform of this, we will get the transfer function h of z is equal to y of z by x of z, and that will going to be equal to summation of bk z raised to minus k, k is 0 to m, upon 1 plus a summation of k equal to 1 to n ak z raised to minus k. To give an infinite impulse response, IR filter must be recursive, that is it must have the feedback n is not equal to 0 and m is not equal to 0. See the how filter design steps are given in this particular PPT. We should know the problem specification, then approximation of specification with a discrete time system. That means whether we have to use the approximation of derivative or impulse invariance method or bilinear transformation method. Then implementation, that is a realization, that maybe we can use the different form, direct 1, direct 2, cascade, parallel form. So we had already studied the use of DT systems to implement continuous time system. So if our specifications are given in continuous time, then we have to convert the continuous to discrete one. Then h of e j omega, that is we will get y of n over there. So h of e j omega is equal to h of j omega t, and then again it has to be converted back to digital to discrete to continuous domain. See the filter specifications are given in this fashion, the diagram. The passband is from 0.99 to 1.01 for ohm will lie between 0 to 2 pi. See the passband, transition band and stop band is present, and absolute value of h of j ohm is less than equal to 0.001 for 2 pi, that is 6000 pi less than equal to ohm. So parameters, the ripple in the passband delta 1, delta 2, two ripples are given, then ohm p the passband frequency, then stop band frequencies are given, then maximum passband gain and the maximum stop band gain. So a digital filter h of e j omega with infinite impulse response can be designed by first transforming it into prototype analog filter C of j omega j ohm, and then design this analog filter using standard procedure. Once the analog filter is properly designed, it is then mapped back to the discrete time domain to obtain a digital filter that meets the specifications. The commonly used polynomials are Chebyshev filter, elliptical filter, Butterworth filters. In Butterworth, no ripple at all, that is monotonically decreasing. Elliptical filter has ripples in both passband and stop band. Chebyshev has ripple in either passband or stop band. A disadvantage of IR filter is that usually have non-linear phase and some minor signal distortion is a result. Then there are different mapping techniques from analog to digital, that is the impulse invariance method, then the bilinear method and match Z transform method. So using impulse invariance method, the signal is sampled with n into t, that is h of n is equal to sc of nt. Then substituting this omega is equal to ohm t, z is equal to e raised to st, then we will get the continuous filter band limited signal SC of j ohm is equal to 0. So we will going to see the design procedure. Given the digital low pass filter specification omega p, omega s, rp and as, we want to determine h of z by first designing an equivalent analog filter and then mapping it into the desired digital filter. The steps required to this procedure are: first you will going to choose T, then analog frequencies ohm p and ohm s. Ohm p is omega p by Tp and ohm s is omega s by T. Then first you design the analog filter, find out the transfer function h of s. We already studied. Then using partial fraction expansion method, find out h of s, the number of poles, and then convert that number of poles, analog poles, into digital poles, so as to get the transfer function h of z is equal to summation of rk upon 1 minus e raised to pkt into z raised to minus 1. So see the first order transfer function is h of s is 1 upon s plus a, then h of z is equal to z upon z minus e raised to at. Second order transfer functions are given in the following formula. The impulse invariance method, aliasing problem may occur, so it is used for mainly to design the low pass filter with small frequencies. So summary of the impulse invariant method: advantage, preserve the order and stability of the analog filter. The frequencies ohm and omega are linearly related. Disadvantage, there is a distortion of the shape of frequency response due to aliasing. So if the analog transfer function is h of s is given, then substituting the value of the s in the z domain, you will get this particular equation. In case of math z domain, pole and zeros are transformed according to the zk is equal to e raised to zkt and poles are e raised to pkt, where TED is the sampling period. Poles using this method are similar to impulse invariant method. Zeros are located at new position. This method also suffers from aliasing problem. See the h of s, the example of impulse invariant versus match Z transform. In case of impulse invariance method, partial fraction we have to do, and then we have to convert that poles. So we have two poles, minus 1 and minus 3, that are substituted in impulse invariance method. Similarly in match Z transform. In case of the impulse invariance method, same poles, both systems have same poles but different zeros are get. Then using bilinear transformation, as you know that aliasing problem occurs in impulse invariance, so we will going to use the bilinear transformation method. Map the entire S-plane onto the unit circle in the Z-plane. The non-linear transformation is there and frequency response subject to warping. In case of bound bilinear transformation, S is substituted by 2 by T into bracket 1 minus Z raised to minus 1 upon 1 plus Z raised to minus 1, and transfer function h of z is equal to your HA of S or HC, continuous transform function, where S is substituted by 2 by T into 1 minus Z raised to minus 1 upon 1 plus Z raised to minus 1. Again T cancels out, so we can ignore it, and by solving we can solve the transformation for Z as. So Z is equal to, we will get 1 plus T by 2S upon 1 minus T by 2S. Map left of S plane into the inside the unit circle in the Z plane. So stable stable system will going to be give you stable system in Z domain. See the transformation. BLT gives 1-to-1 mapping, so no aliasing will going to be occur. LHS side will going to be mapped inside the unit circle. J ohm axis will going to be mapped on the unit circle, periphery of the unit circle, and RHS of the poles which are lie on RHS side will going to be mapped outside the unit circle. So on the unit circle, the Z transform, Z is e raised to j omega, and see the relation between S and the, it will be 2 by T tan omega by 2. So ohm is equal to 2 by T tan omega by T. That is the relation between analog and digital frequency. See the bilinear transformation. It is because of tan term. It is a non-linear, and so for at high frequencies the warping effect will going to be occur. At high frequencies the frequencies will going to be warped. So this is the design procedure is given over here. First, initially you have to design the analog filter. We are already done that by using Butterworth or Chebyshev prototype, and then by substituting S is equal to 2 by T into 1 minus Z is to minus 1 upon 1 plus Z is to minus 1, we will get the digital transfer function. Initially we will going to pre-warp the cutoff frequency, so to avoid the aliasing effect or the pre-warping effect. So see, this is a example is given over here. Design a first order low pass digital filter with 3 dB frequency of 1 kHz and sampling frequency of 8 kHz using the first order analog low pass filter. H of S is equal to 1 upon S plus of S upon ohm C, which has gain of 1 at 0 frequency and gain of minus 3 dB. So first you have to normalize the digital cutoff frequency. Omega C is pi by 4. Calculate the equivalent pre-warp and number of filter cutoff frequency. So ohms is tan omega C by 2, 0.4142. Then find out H of S. Then by using bilinear transformation find out H of Z. As a direct implementation you will get the transfer function. See the magnitude frequency response and the phase response. Similarly, this example is given, specifications are given. You have to find out first order of filter, then you have to find out the transfer function, then sampling frequency, you have to find out the passband frequency, stop band frequency, then pre-warping it, then find out the order, then find out the H of S, and then substitute the value of S 2 by T S into 1 minus Z raised to minus 1 upon 1 plus Z raised to minus 1, you will get H of Z. So this is the H of Z, and then from H of Z you know that Y of Z by X of Z, and taking the IZT you will get the difference equation. So same thing here done over here.